Well, grab a seat, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
D. N. Davis the flip. How long will it just be D. N. Davis? Anyway. We don't know what we're going to call this. I guess we're going to call it the flip. D. N. Davis the flip.
Davis flipping out.
Penultimate episode before D's departure. Got one more flip, I believe. Two more sports shows, I believe. So definitely going to enjoy our time with our guy.
No. We got one, two. We got three more. I mean, we got two more flips. August 1st. I'll say August 1st.
Okay, cool, brother. I'm just
want to let everybody
know. September the 5th. Be like, we got 8 more. Whatever you need, bro. Whatever you need. All right. We got a lot of stuff to get into today. You sent some good topics, Ryan. I took some of them, I added some, and it started to go bad in a good way. It was good. We got a lot to go into today.
A lot of shenanigans, huh?
You know what? I did have to remove some of the shenanigans. Okay. We're better people than that. And we have one of Ryan's favorite topics.
Oh, I know what it is.
It's not the first one, which is JT hate. It's the second, which is Ellen dislike.
Fake ass.
We
gotta get the police out.
My name is Kenneth Davis. You know my partner in crime. His name is
D. Demond Spurl. What's happening, everybody? Hey, make sure you follow us on Twitter and Instagram at D and Davis Show. Once again, it's at D and Davis Show. Facebook.com/D and Davis Show. We're on. Don't forget to click on the bio link. Takes you to YouTube, SoundCloud, Google Music, iTunes, everywhere, so simply search for D and Davis or D and Davis a flip. You can find us, share, rate, subscribe, all that good stuff. All right. I'm on Twitter and IG at Demons1, DEMONZE1. Kennon's on Twitter and IG at That's Davis. Executive producer of the D and Davis the Flip and D and Davis the Show, Ryan Bukoveski. Ryan's on Twitter at Ryan B Ski and on IG at Ryan B Ski 1. And our main man, We Are Regal Radio writer. Brother does everything, all right? Sidney Brown. Make sure you follow Sidney on Twitter at NIG at SidKid80.
All right. On Friday, Rams offensive lineman Andrew Whitworth appeared on a media conference call hosted by multiple NFL Player Association leaders and explained in detail how the coronavirus affected his family. When we say you're going to have to make good decisions, you're going to have to be careful outside of the building. We're talking about things as simple as going to lunch with someone. All it takes is one exposure, and that's the reality. My story is an example of that. Whitworth says his family members recently went to lunch with a friend, and a couple days later, the family member started to feel unwell and ended up taking a COVID-19 test. Next thing we know, she had it. A couple days later, my wife had it. A couple days later, my kids had it. So we were about 7 for 7 at that point. And then unfortunately, we had just visited my wife's family, and we were traveling with them as well. And her mom and dad both got it. Some studies have shown that older people have a harder time kicking the virus than younger people, and Whitworth said that proved to be the case in the instance of his wife, his children, and ended up being okay. Everything seems to go pretty normal. It was a pretty mild case, he said. For her parents, it wasn't that way, as her father-in-law was hospitalized. That's his father-in-law, I'm sorry, it was hospitalized. Lucky for us, we got him home 4 or 5 days ago, and he's home with us now. He's very blessed to have him, and he's okay. But it was definitely scary, and I realized how contagious this really is.
Man,
that's lunch. That's not tackling. That's a lunch.
That's lunch. Yeah, I mean, people are like, oh yeah, let me taste that. Let me taste this food coming in. There's no telling where they got it from. Maybe somebody was serving them, possibly, or they sat down. How sanitary are the utensils? They got to use that. Drinking out of cups.
The
table. Man, hey, how about this? Walking into that motherfucker, just opening the door, and you, hey, how was going on, everybody? You know what I'm saying? So, man, it's super. It's bad, and now we're in this crazy second wave, and Florida, and
we're not even in the second wave. We're still in the first wave.
Oh, we still riding the first one?
This is still the first wave.
Still the first
we
one.
never shut the first wave down. We're still riding the first wave.
We are doomed.
Right. And they said that. Listen, they said now we finally got the parameters of how CPC is going to do this school year. And they're basically saying that they're going to stagger days and kids may go in 2 days out of the week.
Yeah.
But they want the pre-K kids to go there all week long.
Wait a minute. Go ahead, Ken. Finish up. You get
so how's my daughter, who's about to turn 4, like 6 days after me this month? Next month, first day of next month. How is she, who's still too young to really keep a mask on all day? to really be on washing her hands. She's supposed to go sit on the pot, well, not a pot, a toilet.
Yeah.
Lift herself on the toilet.
That means she's touching that.
Touching that to get up on it. Like, how is this supposed to work to where, one, she doesn't bring it home to us? You know, like, I get it. It's a remote learning can be difficult, especially with young children, and definitely young children need interaction. All kids need interaction. Us adults need interaction.
Yeah, people in general. Yeah.
But still, man, like me and Afton filled out the survey yesterday. We was like, we don't like this. Like this. Listen, I'll be willing to risk it, do a couple days or whatever. But you're talking about a whole day. She's entering a whole day. She used to go for a half a day. Now she's going to be at school all day, and you're telling me you're going to be able to keep all these young little 4 and 5 year olds cleaned up or whatever. I don't, it doesn't seem likely to me.
Wait a minute. So everybody knows that my wife is a teacher, a kindergarten teacher. And she was kind of breaking that down to me too. And she was like, I was like, wait a minute. So they're going to have the little kids go to school all day, but juniors and seniors in high school, they can just stay home. It's like, wait a minute, hold on.
Pregnancy rate's going up.
I wasn't even thinking about that. But
it is.
But I was like, wait a minute. So high school in general, in my personal opinion, they could probably go back because they're old enough and they're conscious enough to know what's happening, and they can social distance. You could tell them, hey, you do this. All right, cool. They get it. They understand it. Everybody else, I know it's kind of hard if you don't have the means. One, if you're a one-parent household or two-parent household, maybe both y'all got to work. Maybe you got to go to work. Hopefully, maybe somebody can stay at home and they can work out. But in that situation, I could put myself in that situation. Can too. We're lucky. You know what I'm saying? We're lucky. We're very lucky in that case, right? We've been able to work from home all this time. So we could probably have our kids at home with us as they do online schooling. So I get the need and the predicament that a lot of parents are in. Is like, man, I don't want to just, say I got to go to work or whatever like that. Or I don't want to send my kid over to my parents' house because I don't know if they, the situation is crazy. But little kids, I'd be like, man, listen, I know some people didn't even send their kid. I know some people who didn't go to preschool. Not saying you shouldn't. Not saying that you shouldn't, because you should. But it's going to be tough, y'all, to try to do 4 and 5 year olds, 3 or 4 or 5 year olds to try like, hey, Johnny, don't touch, little Susie over here. Jamal, don't touch Jennifer over there. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be too tough.
You do it. We go on field trips with our kids.
Yep.
If you would have seen
Chaperone.
Thank you. These little kids, and I'm not really dissing them when I'm saying how nasty they get these colds. They run around, their noses are running. Yeah. They're touching everything. And and this is going to be when flu season and the pandemic is still going on. It's just like, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Again, I know they need babysitters, and I know teachers do more than babysit. Yeah, but right. I know you need people to watch these kids because, one, you want to open up the economy, as Dee alluded to. People have to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, people. So I get it, but there has to be something set up for people that don't want to just throw their kids totally back up in there like that. You know what I'm saying? And to me, it's hurtful because, this was her first year at school, and they ended in March. And the funny thing is this: I remember them being like, "Yeah, have your kids come Monday." Like either Monday or Monday and Tuesday. This is when the pandemic was starting. It was like, we're about to shut school down and go remotely. And I'm telling them, like, why the hell are we going to send him to school or either one of them to school when they just told us the pandemic is out there and they just want to get a couple of days? And I was like, his school, that's a wrap, right? She just went and got the stuff out his locker like 2 weeks ago because I'm like, I'm not sending him back. I'm not sending him back there for 2 full school days just so y'all can say it, and you're telling me that you're going to shut this whole down. It defeats the purpose of doing it.
Wait a minute. And Sydney, as Ken just said, that's 2 days of school, but the football player just went to lunch. Right. And
exactly
all these people got it.
Yeah, the school system is just like many of the office jobs, and we said this before on the show, that if you work in an office like Ken does and you do, D, you're not going to have all those people in the office. It's just not going to happen. I think it's going to be a rotation of workers. It depends on how many workers you have in your company. These amount of people, they're going to come in on this certain day. This group amount of people are going to come in on another day. Or you're just going to have to work from home, period. I know it's different for children. And like you said, Ken, we all been through, we were kids once. Kids pass around germs like it's going out of style. My question is, if you practice in social distancing, one, how many kids, especially in preschool and kindergarten age, how many are going to be in that classroom? Number two, this is my concern. If I was a parent of a young child, how many people are going to be on that school staff, inside that school, outside of teachers, to prevent stuff like that?
Mm-hmm. I think 15. I think the class is no larger than 15.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. So the missus, check this out. Missus and my boy, my guy Joe Champ, also co-founder of WeAreRegalRadio.com. They work together. They're both kindergarten teachers. So she was like, "Yeah, I checked my roster. You know what I'm saying? Kids, I had 15. Joe I think he had 14. The next week, 23 and 24.
They work together?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. When they start working together?
Last year.
Okay.
Yep, they work together. So Ryan, it goes right there. Go from 15, 14 to 24, 23, and you expect kindergartners not to touch everything.
Hugging each other. They're going to keep that mask on all day. Right.
I don't know.
For real. And think about that number, 15, 23, and then something you said earlier, D, like if high schoolers were in and kindergarten's not. I agree with that. The high schoolers are more conscious, but I know they wouldn't be practicing social distancing.
Oh, hell no.
They would be together and all that. So let's bring it back to the football story. They are trying to open up camps, and they're going to have at least 53 guys. It's going to be at least 75 with the pre-cuts and everything like that. So you have those extra 25 guys at least. And we know that even if high schoolers were in school, they would probably not always be doing the COVID rules because some of them would think, I'm healthy, it's okay if I do it, especially if I'm in a bubble.
Yep.
And you look at these football players, some of them are going to feel like, hey, I don't need every single situation to be practicing COVID, or just naturally human nature. They're not going to practice social distancing at all times and always wearing a mask when they're talking to each other or around other people. So you know that there's always going to be that risk. We talk about with kindergartners, they're going to touch everything. All these players, they're going to be dealing with all types of variables that they're going to have to be conscious of, and who knows if they're even going to be able to do it. It just feels like it's no-go. It's not even going to be possible. And that's professional. If you talk about collegiate, it's like no one's even on campus except them. I mean, that's crazy.
I don't think college is going to happen to me. I'll just cancel the entire season. Ivy League.
Yeah. I mean, it's got to be spring at the earliest.
We're not checking for them.
Hey, this is why I think it's going to be big. They had, I think, at least 3 to 4 power conferences on their schedule in the MEAC. So if you don't even have the lower tier conferences be able to play against the big tier, what's going to happen to the big tier?
The Big Ten said they're going to play in the division anyway. They're going to play each other.
I think the Pac-12 as well.
But also, what we're hearing now is they're talking about trying to move it to springtime, perhaps.
Yes.
That's what they're floating around the last couple of days.
Oh, so
get out of flu season.
Well, maybe that vaccine comes around.
Yeah, get out of flu season and just come back. Go ahead.
The problem with the spring is a lot of big name guys. Like, why would Trevor Lawrence stay?
Exactly.
You know, why would all these guys stay?
Yeah, they're going to the league next year.
The NCAA and the NFL are trying to come up with a rule like, we meant you had to be in class for 3 years.
Right. The pandemic clause going to come out as a senior.
Man, I have no faith. How about this? How about some people who, we can go back to sending the kids or sticking to the story about the NFL, whatever like that. You come from a household that don't believe in wearing a mask. Or don't believe in any of this. Like, man, this is all a hoax. I'm coming to school. I'm coming to work. I'm coming to practice. Man, none of that stuff real. And now I know you spreading everything around like jelly beans.
You know what? Let me do a bow face since you just said that, D.
Yeah, what's up?
All right. Chuck Woolery, game show host who recently publicized his belief that everyone is lying about COVID-19, revealed that his son has now tested positive for the virus. On Sunday, Woolery,
you gotta be shitting me,
of Wheel of Fortune, Love Connection, Lingo, and more, expressed his support for folks who continue to perpetrate this conspiracy theories about coronavirus, specifically linking to what he believes lies to everyone from both the CDC and Democratic leaders. He said this: the most outrageous lies about COVID-19 According to reports from NBC, everyone is lying. The CDC, the media, our doctors, not all, but some of them you can't trust. I think it's all about the election and keeping the economy from coming back, which is about the election. I'm sick of it, which, of course, was retweeted by Donald Trump. But in a turn of events that almost anyone could see coming, just one day later, Woolery announced that his son has tested positive for the virus. In a tweet, he admitted that COVID-19 is real and it is here. He went on to add, I feel for those that are suffering, especially for those who have lost loved ones. Shortly after making the second statement, Woolery's Twitter account was deactivated.
Bullshit. Is that from The Onion?
No, this one is from Gossip.
Oh, well, a little bit better. But wait a minute, hold on. You gotta be shitting me. I did not see that.
Talking out there. Listen,
what?
Real quick. I always forget how off to the right he is.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I forgot he's like that, right? Especially once I grew up on Love Connection.
Love Connection, right? Okay.
Yeah, grew up on Love Connection. That it was like he snuck into our living rooms, basically. It's like, damn, you had in your heart sitting on that Love Connection couch.
Bullshitting me.
Yeah, no, that's what my man
Have
said.
you guys noticed like the uptick? It's almost like the crazy Florida stories. It's like I see it on Snapchat all the time, Yahoo News, like person A that says COVID hoax now has it and wants you to know the true story. It's I see that all the time.
I mean,
it's crazy.
As I always say, when things do not affect you, you can look the other way and roll your eyes and pretend it doesn't happen. But when it affects you or affects someone close to you, you have a whole different perspective.
Right? It's no empathy. We lack empathy for things that aren't connected to us.
Yep.
So if I'm not going through it, especially if especially if what you're going through isn't even in my periphery, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's okay, whatever.
Hey, man, so he deactivated. He was like, man, this shit ain't real.
Right.
Oh, damn. Slam door, run away. Boom. You gotta be shitting me. Oh, man, he lucky. I would have tweeted it.
We know you, D. We pull out the heckler.
Yeah.
Bring out the heckler.
Yeah,
he come floating out the sky.
Believe in it now? Do you believe in it?
Oh man, damn, that's a good one, Ken.
So listen, this one was supposed to be second coming after lunch, but you threw that in. I had to go for that one.
All
but
right.
this is a brief one. This is a brief one because I know we're gonna shit all over this, which is what happens when you consume this anyway. So it's official. It looks like this from Yahoo Life. Looks like most of what this anonymous Reddit post said is true. Taco Bell is officially ditching a ton of items in order to make its menu more streamlined. In a post, the chain confirmed that it will be getting rid of the following items on its in-restaurant menus: the grilled steak soft taco, the 7-layer burrito, the quesarito. They did not. This would be available via web app this would be available for you to get it ahead on the web app. Sorry. The Nacho Supreme. Now, I will say that, not the Nacho Supreme.
That's been around forever. That's
right. Not the Nacho Supreme. The beefy Fritos burrito, the spicy tostada, the triple layer nachos, the spicy potato soft taco, cheesy fiesta potatoes, loaded grilled cheesy potatoes, beef and nachos, chips and dips, mini skillet bowls on the breakfast menu. And most of this shit, really, you shouldn't be eating Taco Bell in the first place unless they're going to give us some sponsorship.
Quit hating.
I haven't had Taco Bell in probably over 20 years.
You're good. You're real good.
How good
It's been that long.
What would you even get from it? Do they even?
I was no. This was when I was still eating meat and everything. I eat a pig's ass.
I know, but why would you? Why would you eat Taco Bell now? You can't. Really
I'm not. I mean, it's one right down the street from us. I grab past it and shake my head and look at it every time and discuss what you doing over there. Why?
You should try that cheesy bean burrito, D. You might actually really like that.
Dude, do you want me to die?
First, it's just cheese and beans.
You want to wreck his toilet? He doesn't have the bidet.
Come on, brother. I don't have the bidet. I might get it soon. Man, listen, I had some ice cream yesterday.
All right, D's over 40 officially now.
Man, my belly.
One item that they did not mention was those world famous cinnamon sticks.
They ain't famous over here.
Oh,
they sell cinnamon
I don't
sticks?
like those.
Yeah,
I don't like
supposed to
those.
be like chorizo. It's supposed to be like
Like a breakfast
a
churro.
churro.
no, churro. It's supposed to be like a churro.
Oh, okay. Man,
The cheesy fiesta potato. That's
Wait
a
a minute.
tough one.
Ryan, you still eating Taco Bell?
Oh my God, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You like a college student.
I can't give that up.
Your insides are terrible.
I'd probably give up every regular fast food.
Really?
That's a top notch. Yeah.
But
I give a
Taco
McDonald's, Wendy's, all that.
Wait. Okay, let's delve deep into what you just said. Would you give up? So regular, does that include like Chick-fil-A?
See, Chick-fil-A I would put above
Okay.
the regular.
Okay. Wow. To me, deaf to all, like I go and find good Mexican restaurants to serve me my Mexican food. I don't want the super pooper.
Well, Ken is a food snob.
I don't want the super pooper.
Hey, I
found a new
love
Mexican.
my hole in the wall Mexican joint.
Listen, I found a new one.
Great.
I found a new joint over towards my high school. My high school's on 101st and Ewan. This is on 95th and Ewan.
Really?
Yeah, and it delivers. Check it out through DoorDash, I believe is what we've been using, right?
Give me the name.
And I've been it's El Quinzal, right?
El Quinzal.
Just tell Chanel, just get the steak tacos. Just
Okay.
get the steak. That's it.
Hey, real quick, have you been to the seafood Mexican joint right on 95th and Ewan?
Yeah, I've been there before.
95th,
I've been there
95th
before.
Avenue O. That's what it is.
I mean, you
That
talking about
sounds
like
good.
it's right off a commercial?
No. So you go down 95th, go over the bridge right before. I didn't know there was a such. I wanted to talk to you about this. Calumet Park. Never been there before. Beautiful. Saw a couple of deers running around. Gigantic park. Anyway,
Okay.
it's right before you go. You stay on 95th and 95th.
Okay, I haven't been there.
Okay, it's a seafood joint. It's a Mexican seafood joint. It's like it's an authentic, family owned. I've been wanting to go there for a minute. I just haven't had a chance to stop them.
But so yeah, this joint. But what happened was because I've been off my keto, I got a burrito, right? But they put this gooey cheese in this joint, and I'm like, and dude, it tore my stomach up.
Did you like it? Did it taste good?
No, it didn't. I didn't finish the burrito, but what I did because the steak taco was so good, this is something I've never done in my burrito. I was like, you know what? The next time I got, I was like, don't put any cheese in that joint. It was good. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot cheaper than the usual spot where we go.
Really?
Yeah, we're talking like $2.75 a taco compared to like $4 a taco.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's cheaper and they deliver. You know what I'm saying? So just check it. Yeah, it's called El Quinzel, something like that. But it's on 95th and Ewan, and it's on DoorDash. And I can just get for the steak. The steak is quality. I can say that.
Cool.
Steak is quality.
D and Davis the flip for all your foodie needs.
Hey.
We're gonna have to we got to figure out some stuff. We got to make up for D's comedy leaving the damn show. That slam the door and take off running. What we gonna do without that?
Let's make people fat instead. There we go. Taco Bell and Mexican places.
Let's get this one in for my brother. Throw Ellen Degeneres. This is from Yahoo News. Show relays a positive message through its "Be Kind" mantra. Former employees told BuzzFeed News that the positivity doesn't extend into the workplace culture. One current and 10 former employees describing an instance in which they felt belittled at the company or their views weren't respected. I think it's a lot of smoke and mirrors when it comes to the show's brand, a former employee told BuzzFeed News. They pull on people's heartstrings. They do know that that's going to get the likes, and people are going to go for, and which is positive. It was a positive message, but that's not always the reality. One black woman who used to work for the show told BuzzFeed that she used to have face instances of racial microaggressions. She claimed that a senior level employee at the show said to her and another black employee, "Wow, you both have box braids. I hope we don't get you confused." And when the former employee started to be more vocal about the discrimination and racism in the workplace, she said that her colleagues would call her the PC police. Another employee told BuzzFeed that they had to fight with HR at the show to get time off and working remotely from various issues, including medical leave after being in a car accident and attending two family members' funeral. There's a definition of a toxic work environment where they make you feel like you're going to go insane, and then you're like, no, everything is fine, everything is all right. It also goes on to say in the article that they kind of go after people who necessarily aren't seasoned in that role because they try to play on the fact that they're giving these people an opportunity so they can kind of take advantage of it.
So your girl throwing that weight around. Miss Ellen got this rotten ass show. I love the producers. We're truly heartbroken and sorry to learn all this. It's almost like this Washington football team story that came out with the sexual harassment and Dan Snyder, like he's not worried about losing the team or whatever because it's not really on his feet, but it's been talked about for decades and decades. It's understood how rotten it is. This reminds me of this crap. It's just like these producers had no idea of this toxic environment. Like nobody knew Ellen was this difficult. It's like these are wink wink Hollywood under the table stuff, and now it's coming to light, and they're gonna like spin it like, oh man, we had no idea. We have this super successful show that we're obsessed with, and we've seen scandals all over Hollywood, but we decided to keep a blind eye. We thought everything was A-okay.
Good point.
This is a classic example of everybody running for cover and trying to cover their own asses. When, just like in sports, when things are going good, no one says anything bad. When everything bad happens, not everything comes out. So this is another prime example right here.
I wonder what's going to happen with the show. I mean, is she okay? I mean, is the show okay?
Yeah, the show's fine.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, that's like the
too faithful and too strong.
dude.
Yeah,
it's like
NBC's not
it had
letting
to be
that
like the
go.
biggest show on NBC, right?
And that's why she's pulling all that weight. Remember, from like 3 articles ago about the meat being cooked on the lot, and she was like, "Shut all that down with your stinky meat."
I am NBC.
Right?
Damn, you know what? And in some cases, hell, she is NBC.
Yes, it's not a joke. Yeah,
I talking about
she's
daytime.
paying the bills over there.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Well, I mean, where's Jimmy Fallon then? How's he doing? He's on NBC, right?
Well,
He not making. He not pulling in that Ellen money, boy. That late night, that people sleep.
Yeah, everyone's snoozing on that anyway.
Right. Oh Lord.
That's the next morning if you feel like it.
Right.
Well, I think that Ellen show is probably the biggest
Talk show.
NBC daytime talk show. Because remember when Jay Leno was doing this thing, he was.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
big
Jay Leno,
yeah.
it's a different beast.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah,
this is basically Oprah for this.
Yeah.
Yes,
Once she left,
the biggest.
Yes. Took the mantle.
This is the biggest talk show, daytime talk show. All right, guys, let's go ahead. D.
No. Go ahead.
All right, let's do this one real quick before we jump out of here.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp previously accused Amber Heard of defecating in their shared bed after a party in 2016.
Come on, Charlie. You know you did it. Fess up. I did not poop the bed.
Whoa, rewind. What? I'm sorry. Did you say something about pooping in a bed?
Yeah. There was some poop in our bed this morning.
Oh, Jesus.
And Charlie did it. That is bullshit.
But the Aquaman actress has denied the allegations.
Oh, my goodness.
As Depp's defamation trial against the British tabloid The Sun continued, Heard's representative denied the claim of the Pirates of the Caribbean star that the 34-year-old pooped on her ex's marital bed. I'm sorry. The spokesperson said that the accusation was completely untrue and was designated to humiliate his client. The rep also implied that it may have been Depp who had done this, since he had previously quipped about doing the same prank. As evidence in court showed, Mr. Depp discussed committing such a prank for years beforehand, and it plays to the volatile and abusive sense of humor Mr. Depp's team is trying to grab headlines at the expense of the truth and distract the serious central issue of the case, the perpetration of domestic violence. Heard's rep told the Post on Tuesday. In a text to an assistant, Stephen, I think, Duartz, in October 13th, Depp allegedly suggested a feces prank that would make her think that this was one of the dogs and had a problem. The Fantastic Beasts actor asked the recipient of the message to squat in front of the door of the master bedroom and leave a giant coil of dookie so that Amber steps in and thinks it's one of the dogs, primarily Boo, has a major problem. So listen, Hilda Vargas said in a written statement that she was in the couple's penthouse the day after her 30th birthday party, cleaning up, when she heard another cleaning lady scream for her, Metro reported. When the maid reached the room, she saw the woman pointing at the bed. She pulled back the top sheet of the bed and saw a pile of feces.
It's like stepbrothers between a married couple. Like, I'm gonna take a huge dump, so you open the door, you can step in it. What kind of relationship? They are divorced, right? They ain't together, right?
This is a bitter divorce right now.
My goodness.
They're fighting big time.
I mean, do you care about your floor?
They even had the source of the cleaning person. That was
right.
Not.
Wait, think about it like this. What's harder to clean up? Shit or pee? It's probably the shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The shit. I mean, I'll be concerned with the shit because, I mean, just the smear factor.
Oof.
Like, think about it. They got wooden floors and they got like crevices between there.
In between
you
the
may
cracks.
never get some of that. Yeah, you may never get some of that out.
You getting up and getting some water in the middle of the night.
Right.
You walking around barefoot, just stepping in shit.
Whipping shit.
Or what if it's a carpet? If it's a carpet and someone steps in it, it's a wrap.
Slipping and falling.
Right.
What the hell just happened?
This is like Big Lebowski. Like, the
Right.
rug really tied the room together, man.
Oh my goodness, that is disgusting.
It's super, super nasty right there.
I don't know.
That's some rich people shit.
It must be.
Let me some rich, because listen, because you know when you poor, you can't just shit on your sheets like that. Be like, I'm gonna get some more sheets. You be like, no, I don't got throwaway shit sheets. All right.
And you know they're already like silk sheets,
right?
Like the best money can
thousand
buy.
Count sheets, and he just pooping all on them.
These ain't no.
Oh, we can just get that again.
These ain't no. These ain't no Kmart sheets.
These ain't Target sheets.
Well, it's Kmart to them.
The thread level is
basically
high. The thread level is extremely high.
Silk Kmart.
And they just shit. And he just shitting on them. You nasty bastard.
So wait a minute. So who do y'all believe?
Wait,
it
could have been her.
Right. That's what I'm about to say. Who's?
I'm gonna go with the Aquaman actress on this one.
Really?
Yeah. Well, Johnny Depp, mercurial ass. I can see. Listen, he probably was in Captain Jack character when he dropped that shit in that motherfucker.
Well, I don't know if you guys remember when the divorce started, it was all because he abused her.
Yeah.
And he was just labeled the abuser.
Yeah.
Now it's coming out like she was abusing him too.
Yeah,
and
she was shitting in the sheets. So you're equating that domestic violence to that shit?
Hey, why are we assuming he's the shit? Is it because of the penis, Ken? Is it because of the penis?
Hey, Johnny!
Johnny listen, like that Savage commercial where he just driving in the desert and then he jump out and put his jewelry in there for just no reason and buried in the sand. You know that exactly. That seemed like somebody that shit on some sheets. Trying to find the truth. Right?
Wow.
Like, Johnny, why you cocked over the bed like that? I'm searching for the truth. So nasty ass off the bed.
That man could have impeccable toilet habits.
You know what? I bet you this is.
You are assuming, sir.
This is probably not even that uncommon among people too. I bet you people do like this all the time.
Oh, facts. Remember that Biggie verse?
Yeah, and which was true.
Yeah, I don't think Biggie lied about that one.
I got a big time X-rated poop the bed story.
Oh my goodness.
We got enough time for you to get it in right now?
No, I don't think so.
All right. Take us out, D.
It is called a teaser. All right, we'll come on back, have more fun. D and Davis to flip.
D and Davis to flip. One thing, we got a couple things to go over real quick. We got to take a moment of silence for Representative John Lewis.
Yes.
All right, so let's do that real quick. We definitely appreciate, first, our generation before us, your generation, the sacrifices you made, putting your body on the line before getting into government, being a civil rights activist at such a young age. Hats off to you. Mm-hmm. You had one of the greatest journeys, but we definitely appreciate it. And here in Chicago, they tried to, some place where we used to work at, and we used to go over for lunch. They tried to rip down the Columbus statue in Grant Park. Mm-hmm. In the past, Mayor Larry Lightfoot has said that she didn't want the statues to be removed, but I forget what one of the let me see real quick. We have sorry for the delay.
It was going down last night.
Alderman Carlos Ramirez Rosa from the 35th Ward says that the statue needs to be taken down and that somebody like Columbus who did the atrocities to the indigenous people shouldn't be celebrated. Mm-hmm. It definitely went down. They're saying some people said that the activists got violent, but they definitely said the police were violent. Mm-hmm. One lady got hit and knocked some teeth out of her mouth.
Yep.
Yeah, there's pepper spray allegedly was being used.
Attacks on the press. Police officers attacking the press. It's listen. I don't understand. It's still people walking around talking about Christopher Columbus. He discovered America. No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
He got lost.
Thank you. Name some people after some people. Name Native Americans, Indians. Strike number 2. Strike number 3. The dude was a straight up asshole. I believe he even kind of started what we now know as chattel slavery, basically human slavery. He kind of was a forefather of that. So if you know all this stuff, all of it, why in the hell do you want to deify somebody like that? Mm-hmm. As I say, tear them all down. It's no purpose. There's no reason to be celebrating anybody with that history. Italian brothers and sisters, I'm not Italian, so I can't speak for you, but I would say this. as a fellow American, it's got to be somebody better you can celebrate beside that motherfucker. That's just my point. I mean, America is named after an Italian. Why don't you celebrate that cat?
Where's his statues at?
Yeah, where's his statues? The country is named after him.
Mm-hmm.
It's named after him. But you want to celebrate, not saying all the Italian Americans feel that way, because I know they don't. But any American, you want to celebrate that motherfucker? He didn't even discover America. I'm just saying.
Would you rename the street? Because there's a whole street, of course, downtown named after Columbus.
And I never think about him when I think about that street, to be honest with you.
I don't. And I mean, at the beginning of it is his statue, right?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, it wouldn't bother me.
Yeah, it wouldn't bother me either.
I don't care. Well, the motherfucker didn't like me.
Right.
He would have saw my ass. He would have like, oh, we have another servant. Whoosh, get on the boat.
Yeah, just name it Obama Drive and it takes care of that.
No, man, Obama Drive needs to be longer than that, brother. You know what? It needs to stretch the entire city. I ain't trying to have a few blocks named after Obama.
So you're going to turn
rename Lakeshore?
Western into Obama Drive?
I'm sure somebody last name Western didn't like my black ass either. Name it Obama.
Speaking of symbols, the United States isn't the only country debating Confederate symbols. The Confederate flag can be seen flying in Ireland, Germany, Brazil, and beyond. Sometimes the red, white, and blue cross flag is seemingly displayed as a quiche or a kind of Americana. Other times, this display conveys a political meaning more reflective of the flag's origin and slave holdings of Southern American Republic. Irish rebels. In the city of Cork, Ireland, fans of the local hurling and soccer teams have long flown the Confederate flag, was sometimes called the rebel flag, from the stands. Both teams are called the Rebels, and their team colors match those of the Confederate flag. All right. Ireland's connection to the Confederacy dates back to the Civil War. Many of the Confederate generals whose statues dot the U.S. South, including Stonewall Jackson and Robert E. Lee, were Scot-Irish. Their families come from Ulster, which includes part of both Ireland and Northern Ireland. You know, all through Appalachians, those are the people that you have in those areas because it's familiar to theirs. Now, when it goes like Ireland, Brazil has an ancestral connection to the American Confederacy. After the Civil War ended in slavery in the United States, 8,000 to 10,000 Confederate soldiers left, vanquished the South, and migrated to Brazil. Their farmland was cheap and the slavery was still legal. Really? Historical research suggests, remember, Brazil slavery didn't end until like the 1900s. I believe. They kept going to like the 1900s. They were like one of the last one in our hemisphere. Historical research suggests that's also why they have a closer connection to African culture because they kept bringing more Africans over there and over there and over there. So they didn't beat it out of them like they did us. Basically.
More Africans went to South America than America. I think
because the work was harder. Right. Like in some of those places, they would burn through those sugarcane places would burn through a slave in like 18 months, if that. Like because they would just die out because the work was just so. It was so hard. All right. Confederate soldiers left to vanquish the South and migrated to Brazil. The farmland was cheap, where slavery was still legal. Historical research suggests that many as 50 Confederate families purchased over 500 enslaved Black people in Brazil. Today, the descendants of those Confederados, as Americans can be known in Portuguese, hold an annual festival in Sao Paulo state celebrating their heritage. Dancers clad in antebellum and Civil War attire square dance and American country music on an enormous stage and blazoned with the Confederate flag, while visitors enjoy Southern fried chicken and biscuits and purchase Confederacy-themed souvenirs.
Damn, you love white supremacy that damn much, huh, y'all?
And then the neo-Nazis are the last part. We don't have to go any further than that. We already get that part of it. Well, that's a history lesson.
Yeah, not that it's excusable or not, but I bet you a lot of people that like that flag don't even have any idea about any of this stuff. To them, it's just all surface level.
Well, I don't know that in Brazil, case in point, because you still have racism in Brazil.
Big time.
All right. So I'm sure they do understand what they understand historically where those people come from, and if they fled the South after they lost a war, basically.
That I didn't know.
And they're celebrating, but Brazil's always the place after you lose the war to go to.
That's Germans, a big time.
Japanese, like it is. You go to Brazil, man, or Argentina, South America. Put like the South America. That's where you go after you lose a war, man. All right. They still looking for Hitler down there. I watched the series.
For real.
Occasionally, right?
For real. Remember that
series.
X-Men movie? Like he's hunting down like Nazis and he goes to South America.
You have to. That's where you go, man. But it's interesting just to see. I did not know that myself about.
Wow.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
Well, I know after slavery, some nights after slavery, and probably afterwards and during it, just like runaway slaves. I know they migrated to Mexico. There's huge, I mean, not huge, but there's.
They didn't go to Brazil, though, bro.
They didn't go to Brazil. No.
Whoa.
No, we going to stop right here.
Right here.
But there's towns in Mexico that are, I mean, they look like you and I, like black people. You know what I'm saying? They look like you and see it.
Definitely.
But they are Mexican, but they're, biracial. Have that lineage there. I did not know this about Brazil, that the Confederate soldiers left America like, bump this. I can't have slaves.
I don't know if it was soldiers. Though. It was probably people that are pretty high up. That were
maybe
like,
the generals. Okay, fine.
Or just like the boosters of the Civil War.
Oh, I can't have slaves here, but I can have slaves in Brazil. Right. Honey, pack up the boat. We're going to Brazil. Damn,
like
your white supremacy is that strong, huh? I gotta find somebody I can own. I gotta own these people.
Let's move Candyland south.
Damn. Damn. That's wild.
They got on one of them beat up, the Monitor, one of them beat up Confederate war ships and drove down to Brazil. Those ironclad ships and drove.
Right.
Come on, man.
Where y'all going?
It's like scarred, so it can't make good time.
Right. The rudder's not working right. It can only make lefts.
Shaking their fists to America. I can own black folks here. Let's go. Damn, your white supremacy, boy. That's some strong shit right there, man. That supremacy, some strong shit.
Yeah. Well, speaking of supremacy, I guess this isn't speaking of supremacy. Let me take that back. This delve into racism and anti-Semitism. Nick Cannon apologized Wednesday night for comments that he called hurtful and divisive. After the television host and producer was dropped from Viacom CBS for remarks the company called anti-Semitic, Cannon 39 wrote on Twitter that he was ashamed of the comments that he made in an episode of Cannon's Class podcast with former Public Enemy member Richard Griff, as we know him, Richard Griffin, but Professor Griff, as we come up with, we know he broke away from Public Enemy when we were shorties.
Oh, he ain't break away. They kicked his ass out.
Well, that's what I meant.
Okay.
In which they discussed the racial bias, and he had some heat.
Hey, Chuck D came out. You can't be here no more with his all anti-Semitism. Get out, you know what I'm saying? And Flavor Flav, yeah, boy, get out of here.
Right.
I don't know.
In the podcast episode, which was recorded last year and aired July 30th, Cannon said that black people are the true Hebrews and that Jews have taken their identity, and those without dark skin have a deficiency and have acted as savages throughout history. His reference to Jewish people, white people, and Europeans. First and foremost, I want to extend my deepest and most sincere apology to my Jewish sisters and brothers for the hurtful and divisive words that have come out of my mouth during my interview with Richard Griffin. He tweeted Wednesday night. They reinforce the worst stereotypes of proud and magnificent people, and I feel ashamed and uninformed and naive place that these words came from. The video and the interview have since been removed.
Listen, this is what I don't get about any kind of racism or bigotry or anti-Semitism, whatever you don't call it, especially people who are, number one, smart, understand history, and also a minority. Don't shit on other people that have been shitted on when you know you have been shitted on. You want to be treated this way? You have it. Black Lives Matter, you have Black and Brown Unity, whatever like that. Don't then turn around and spew out some ignorant anti-Semitism. It does not make any sense. It does not make any sense. Number one, you shouldn't want to talk about anybody like that. I don't care who they are. But why? From Deshaun Jackson, Steven Jackson, to now Nick Cannon. And I don't know if y'all don't know this, but I know a couple of cats who have converted over to this Black Israelite stuff, right? One dude I went to college with, and one of my buddies. And let me tell you something. They Facebook pages is some weird shit. Weird shit. Now, I'm not saying that you can't find yourself, you know what I'm saying, with any kind of religion or belief. I get that. But it's beyond me to understand why somebody who has been oppressed want to shit on somebody else who has been oppressed. From the LGBT community Latino community, Asian community, whatever. I don't care who you are, women. I just don't get it. There is no room for any of this. I want to know who got to him, because it seems like he was like, this was.
Who got to me? Viacom?
Well, no. But this is the thing with Viacom, though. Yeah. He's in a fight with them because he wants ownership of his content, which I'm sure. Yeah, but I'm sure he had some. Nick Cannon ain't stupid. He's not.
But I said this thing. You know what?
I want to know who got to him and say, "Hey, man, you need to turn on," because it seems as if he believed this shit.
Well, I saw this post talking about somebody like Flip Wilson and I believe George Lucas are the reason why people don't own their own shows out and out, because kind of like that Master P deal from back in the days. Like nobody gets that deal anymore, right? You know what I'm saying? Well, those people own their shows, and Hollywood basically, when Nick Cannon came with that show, he had to give part ownership of that up, because that's that's how the deal goes now. I mean, it seems, I hate to put it like that, because Nick Cannon did come out and say that, first of all, he did this and people knocked him, and then he apologized that his own people turned against him. I saw that post yesterday.
He said his own people turned against him
because people started getting on him for apologizing.
Oh. He's basically saying the black community was closing the door.
Got on him, basically saying that he should not have apologized?
Basically, yeah.
Then them ain't your friends, man. They ain't the family. They're stupid.
Dwayne Wade, Dwayne Wade came and supported him, and then they put out a series of tweets which since they've been deleted. He had to apologize for defending Cannon as well.
But he came out and said, see, my understanding of it, please educate me, y'all, on this. Maybe I missed this. But I know Dwayne Wade, Diddy, I thought somebody else came out in support of Nick Cannon, but I thought
Diddy was like, come to mind.
He's coming to revolt. Right. Yeah. So I thought it was in the sense of like, oh, shit, Viacom said you can't have your show. We want to support your show because we love it for the culture. That's why. But to your point, Sid, it's kind of like the reason why he got fired is because he's spewing some anti-Semitism shit.
Well, this is what Dwayne Wade.
You don't want to be a part of that right now.
This is what Dwayne Wade tweeted out at Nick Cannon. We're with you. Fist emoji. Keep leading. Now, this is what he said. I want to clarify my now deleted tweet. I was not supporting or condoning what Nick Cannon specifically said, but to express my support from him owning the content and brand he helped create.
Okay.
I was too quick to respond without being fully informed about his hurtful anti-Semitic remarks. Is all I have zero tolerance for hate speech. Yeah, right.
I hope he's telling
keep leading doesn't sound like keep wilding out going. Right?
Exactly. It's not like, hey man, you said some fuck shit. I like your show, but you said some fuck shit. It's kind of what are you thinking? What are you thinking? In these times, read the room, everybody.
I mean, I know you've been saying that. My focus is let's take care of the tasks at hand before we start delving into all this other ish.
Stay focused.
Right? Yeah, because we're actually losing momentum with what needs to be going on because we keep spouting this way, spouting that way, and it's like, get locked in, put the blinders on. All right, put the blinders on. Let's finish this off right here. Then y'all can start having conversations about other shit being crazy or being correct. All right, but still, as a moment when you have the world listening, don't ruin it. All right, go after the first of all, set the agenda, police reform. All right, also just systemic racism. That's the focus. All right, that's the focus. Everything else right now, that's not the focus. And yes, we can walk and chew gum, but right now you have a tangible moment for change. Don't blow it. Talking about stuff at the damn the barbecue or barbershop, or the damn the Hebrew Israelites walking down past the studio on Saturday mornings.
Remember? I forgot about that.
Yeah, like so we just
don't be racist. Hey, Ken, I said something for you. Don't be racist.
Yeah, don't be bigot. In general, don't be. But right now, where you have allies, it doesn't even make sense to come at your allies when people are listening, even if they're not doing it necessarily out of empathy, but just because, as Dee would say, they're reading the room. There's people that are willing to help, not help you, and you help yourself, of course. But that needs to be the matter at hand, man. Like, come on now. Like this is the problem. You know what I'm saying? This is the focus. Where's the focus? I'm happy that there's no quote unquote deemed leader right now, because that they would tear that person down, or they would use that person, somebody else, and they would have them battle each other. But not having a central focus, sometimes you lose what direction that you're going in a lot of the time, and that's what to me is most important.
And you also gotta have people of prominent standing in the community or in the country. I don't care who you are, come out and denounce this shit. I don't know if y'all saw Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's article that he wrote for Hollywood Reporter come out, and he called out Ice Cube. He called out Hollywood. Basically, he called him out like, listen, man, this shit ain't cool. You can't go around talking about no fucking anti-Semitism shit. What are you doing? You sound foolish. You sound like the people who are going against you. And you gonna turn around and be that way towards somebody else? Come on, man. We got to be smarter than that. Don't do it.
Well said.
Yeah. So Ryan, when you saw him talking about, first of all, Ryan, that link you sent turned into like a political ad after 2 minutes. Did you watch that? Yeah.
No.
And I skimmed it. I'm like, is this a commercial? And there was some dude on there talking about Democrats talking about people being racist.
It was a cut up of it.
I said, man, what is this right here? They just used Nick Cannon to get us to come watch this or whatever. They cut off like a minute and a half in, and like I said, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That one, it's unfortunate. I'm not, it's unfortunate, it's stupid.
Stupid.
It's stupid. And I mean, listen, that's his bag. Right?
But you know what? It's not as if he's
intel.
But it's not as if Nick Cannon isn't going to get another chance. He isn't canceled. I don't believe he cancels coaching anyway. Cancel coaching.
Well, he's still got Masked Singer. They're going to keep him on there for sure.
Are you sure?
I think they announced their keeper.
Did they? Okay. All right.
Okay. Because, I mean, he needs to come take Terry Crews' job. Well, he should have got that back before he messed up the money.
Well, he left that because he was doing stand-up, right? Remember, I think we did a story on that a few years ago. He left that because they was getting on him because of what he was saying in his stand-up.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but I mean, Terry Crews is, I mean, whatever. You can have your own opinion. No, whatever. It doesn't bother me that much. I mean, I don't agree with it, motherfucker, but go ahead and say what you're going to say.
All right. Now for the creme de la creme of this week. TMZ. LAPD now officially are looking into allegations that Megan Thee Stallion suffered gunshot wounds as they were taking a hard look at Tory Lanez as the potential trigger man. Law enforcement tell TMZ detectives have now opened up an assault with a deadly weapon investigation, which allegedly happened early Sunday morning, shortly before cops pulled over Tory's chauffeur-driven SUV in the Hollywood Hills. As we reported, sources connected to the investigation say Tory allegedly shot Megan in the foot as she exited the SUV on the heels of an argument that erupted in the SUV. In an emotional tweet, MTS says, Megan Thee Stallion, that is. I didn't know they called her MTS. Black women are so unprotected, and we hold so many things in and protect the feelings of others without considering our own. Meg also takes shots at people cracking joke online, saying it might be funny, y'all, on the internet, and just another messy topic for you to talk about, but this is my real life, and I'm really hurt and traumatized. Tory hasn't been named a suspect, but our law enforcement sources say the cops are lasered in on him. Now sources connected to Tory say that it seems that he will claim it was accidental if he's charged for the shooting. The LAPD is investigating this assault with a deadly weapon as opposed to attempted homicide, meaning they at least in the theory believe it was accidental.
Okay, question. Are they dating?
That's what it seems
No,
like.
they've been hanging out a lot.
They've been hanging out a lot.
Really?
I don't know, man. I got a feeling.
They might be.
Got a feeling it was an entanglement.
There was a big joke, I think, the day before this came out, where it was like people didn't really know Tory Lanez's height, and she's like a lot taller than him.
That's what I was like.
So
I'm like, he can't handle all of that. I'm like, see, the problem is,
hey, don't you get on short guys with tall girls now. Let me tell you something.
You thicker, D. You thicker than him. It's not the same. It's not the same. He's slim. He's slim with his. He's slim with his. So it's like that's a lot. And then the fact that we know how one of her great assets is how she can balance herself so well. You're gonna shoot her in the foot, bro? Like, what you doing, man? The titanium knees got to stay intact.
Wait a minute.
Go ahead.
This is so bad, but I thought about this when I heard about it. And I thought about Harlem Nights.
You must be crazy to pull your gun on me.
You gonna be the nine-toe having this limping this bitch in Harlem. You don't stop fucking with me. Now put the razor away.
Well, go ahead. Shoot, here it is. There it is. Shoot, quick, go ahead. Take your best shot.
That people have been playing that. He shot
Eddie Murphy.
People have been playing that.
When he
shot me in my
Ruby,
pinky toe.
Yeah, he shot Ruby D in the pinky toe. That ain't funny, but that's the first thing he popped in my. Like, what the hell is going on here?
Not Ruby D. Not Ruby D. Not Ruby D.
Not Ruby. Who was it? Degeneres. Yes. I'm like, who shooting girls in the foot? What the hell's going on out here, man?
When I first saw the reports and they were saying was that earlier that day they were hanging out with Kylie Jenner. And they was like, this was
that's
down,
true.
This was down from my crib. They was all on social media together. Seemed like he had been with her a month or two. Because I've been like, damn, how Tory Lanez hanging out with her? And this was Megan Thee Stallion. And they supposed to be in quarantine or whatever. This was like a month ago or whatever. So they've been around each other.
Because he's been doing that like Instagram
quarantine radio
show.
That quarantine radio. Right, which he's getting like 300,000 people in there every time he goes live in that bad boy.
Wow.
Right? Yeah, it's been really successful for him, quarantine radio.
I couldn't name you a Tory Lanez song if my life depended on it.
So they had an argument and he just shot her foot?
They said he got into an argument with her and her friend. The girls wanted to leave the SUV. I again don't know if he was reacting.
Is that a Plaxico Burress kind of thing? Like I whipped it out.
This was on purpose. This seems more intentional. But I don't know. When I mean intent, I mean that he let it ring off. I don't know necessarily if he knew where he was aiming that bad boy. But that's even more of like some old petty pimp, little bitty pimp.
Yeah.
You don't get out on the good foot.
Oh no!
Never be able to do that. Those dances again.
Oh my God!
Wait,
who shoots it? See, okay. Number one, this sounds like drugs or alcohol was definitely involved.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Two.
You would think.
Yes. Two. Who the hell want to shoot inside the car that they're in the back? You was being so
right. It's his car, right?
It ain't like you turning behind and doing something, or to the side. Y'all all in the back, and you want to pull out the gun and start shooting? What the hell are you doing, Tory Lanez?
I need the audio. I know it's probably. I would love to hear the audio of what took place and what he was.
Witnesses are cooperating.
Yeah, and Tory Lanez talks a lot of shit. So I would love to hear the motherfucking audio on this one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for her. I'm sorry for her that she got shot because he could have nicked the artery or something like that.
Dude, she could have died.
God, yeah. So
how about place?
How about not hitting the foot? It could have hit a thigh. Could have hit a side. Could have hit
a bone and ricocheted in her body.
Yeah. Depending on what kind of
not even knowing about it.
Did they? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. What you say?
No, just saying she could have been paralyzed if that bullet would have hit her in the wrong spot.
Yeah, exactly. Sure. So I mean, listen, I know we're kind of joking or whatever like that, but this is super serious. This girl is at the height of her career right now. The hottest female artist probably in America right now.
Probably.
She's still in college trying to get her degree.
Yeah, because she's
doing it online.
How old is she? Is she even 25?
Like maybe 20. No, she may be like 22 or something like that.
Damn, she that young?
Yeah, she young, man.
Oh, I didn't know she was that young. I thought she was like maybe 25 or 26.
I thought she busted on the scene at like 19 or something.
Damn, really? Okay, all right. So this girl got her whole entire life. Wait a minute, is Tory Lanez the one that was going bald?
Mm-hmm. You're right. She's 25.
Okay, she's 25.
She's 25.
All right. She's 25. All right. But that's Tory Lanez, right? Wasn't he one that was going bald or something like that? And people joking on him?
He got the Tiger hooked him up with the dude that does it for black people.
Wow. I know one thing. I hope she finds her better friends.
I don't think she's going to be showing up on quarantine radio anytime soon.
Motherfucker, you tried to shoot me. I mean, I don't think. I think that relationship was probably gone south. If there was one, it could have been just buddies. Could have been just hanging out.
Is this the Kardashian curse again with Kylie Jenner getting mixed in, and then all this bad stuff happens?
Hold on. If they just buddies going out, how many buddies going out you shot in the foot?
Hey, listen.
That sounds like a domestic to me, bro.
It do.
Like, yo, girl. So, a girl, you and your girl, just literally a friend, a platonic relationship, and she's like, you know what, Ken? I want to go home. But like, not tonight. That don't seem right. I don't shoot. Listen, if it wasn't platonic, I wouldn't let it ride. But I don't think you letting it ride on a platonic relationship like
and that. It is footage of them being arrested.
Footage of her foot dripping blood on the. You see her outside and there's blood around her foot.
I wonder how bad was the gunshot.
And think about it. She had to sit there, right? It was like Dude, Shotty out there, her foot bleeding.
Did she get grazed or did she get shot? Because if she got shot, I mean, you don't walk around, you don't sit nowhere with no hole in your foot.
I thought she went to the hospital.
She didn't go. They said, well, you know what?
She had surgery.
She had surgery, right?
She had surgery.
So you got to be shot in the foot.
Oh, you can get grazed in it. I mean, and you still
go to surgery.
Depends on how bad the gash is. About how bad it is.
What was it? A shotgun bullet?
I don't know. Damn,
I think she got shot in the foot.
And that girl, she be dancing and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Dog.
Yeah, you can't fuck up the money.
The money, dog.
You fucking up the money.
The money. You just aged her about a decade.
Do you think he was like crazy high and just got really sensitive?
That's
something like that.
That's probably part of it.
You not gonna call me Bo no more, motherfucker.
Like, damn. We was just out kicking it. Dog, listen. I escaped. And mind you, her mother, I think her mother used to be a rapper, Megan Thee Stallion. That's how she got into rap. Her mother used to take her to the studio.
Oh,
and stuff like that,
yeah.
right?
I don't know if she was a rapper, but she was a singer or something.
She was in the industry. Let me put it, so you could be right, but she was in the industry. But the point that I'm making is, I don't know if this young lady had a hard upbringing or whatever, but she made it out of Houston. Yeah. All right? Yeah. Houston to get click-clacked in the Hollywood Hills. Yeah, that's when you got to reassess your priorities right there. I didn't make it.
Hanging out with.
Yeah, I didn't make it out this far. Now I'm getting shut up. Like, nah, son. Yeah. This is hustling backwards, buddy.
I mean, you gotta have some new friends, baby girl.
Yeah,
you gotta have some new friends or new. I don't know, y'all. Like I said, if it was an entanglement, but stay away from that.
Right.
Shit.
You better go back to Carl Crawford and the label 300. Because they was doing a better job.
Hold on, didn't Jay Prince come out?
Prince jump in on
Yeah, what did he say? I know he's trying to kill somebody.
I tell you what, no. Because I tell you what, now she didn't have the issues with the label. They be coming for Tory Lanez. Because she was breaking away from the label.
Yeah, she was. I know. Yeah.
But I'm telling you, everything was fine and she was on 300. We would have heard that. We would have heard that Mello, Jay Prince. Listen now, you're messing with my family.
Yeah.
When you mess with my family, listen, Tory, we're coming to the 6. You know we're already looking for the other 6 guy up there, but like, dude. Ooh, good. Listen, I need details on this one, right? I need details on.
Oh, you know she's gonna do a tell-all. Like a sit down, probably.
She has to.
She gonna do something. She gonna have
to rap about it, right? It's got to show up in a.
But see the point that she kind of implied was how Black women aren't being protected. She was saying, we have to protect other people. She's talking about
that's
him.
what she's doing. She's protecting.
She's protecting him. So how far is she going to be willing? Because, I mean, she can get his ass locked up.
Right.
Like, Very true. Can, in his career.
He was held on, like, $35,000 bail. Like, that's not something small.
Interesting. Wait a minute. Okay.
He paid it right away.
So was he, it was her. Was it another girl in the car?
Her friend, yes.
And of course the driver.
Yeah.
So they got 3 people at the scene that could just turn around and say like, "Yeah, this motherfucker."
Yeah. Well, you know the driver's not talking.
Yeah, I think that's Tory's driver, probably.
Yeah, driver's not talking.
You want to be involved with that motherfucker?
Friend is Megan's, I think.
Also, he's going to have to pay everybody off. That's the thing. He's going to have to pay everybody off.
So who's going to get the first sit down with her?
That's a good one, D.
Breakfast Club?
Beyonce.
Come on, Beyonce radio.
That's a good one.
Megan, what happened?
That's a good one, D.
Only people I can really think about is probably Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Roland from Houston. Hey, come on, Roland Martin Unfiltered.
Yeah, maybe.
And the Breakfast Club rock with Tory Lanez too.
They do. That's what I remember the whole thing about him going ball, and they was teasing it. Was Charlamagne was kind of teasing him about it. I don't know. Maybe Angela might get it because she did the August Alsina interview. Maybe she might get it.
Maybe so.
By the way, Ken, you were right. She was a rapper. Her mother.
Okay.
Under the name Hollywood.
Well, she was big out in Houston, I'm guessing.
Yeah, she was big in Houston. Well, she's local. But you can make money local down there.
Oh hell yeah!
You ain't got to leave Texas to make your bread.
You can be.
And you don't want to be anywhere else in Texas.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
I feel bad for her, man.
I do too. Listen, and one thing that you did bring up, perhaps it wasn't as grave because it seems like she was sitting out there for a minute.
Yeah.
So you would think, especially with anybody, let alone a celebrity, they would go and get the paramedics or somebody to really check it out. But still, man, that's something.
Dude,
that's something to be involved in.
TMZ would have had her fucking X-rays out. Like, yes, it was a hole in her foot, whatever, like that. Nothing that's come out. Just say that she was shot. You get grazed by a bullet. That is
shot twice.
Twice. I mean, you can get grazed. I think that's considered to being shot, if I'm not mistaken, right?
For sure, yeah.
So, you know, I'm just looking at TMZ.
Do you know something with this graze theory? What aren't you telling us?
Hey, I'm just saying.
Who's the friend? Who's the driver?
I've seen some shit.
You grazed me with a bullet. I'm gonna count that as a threat, and that you're trying to shoot me.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna look at that as like,
I met him at Northern.
Hey man, listen. I've seen some shit. Yes, I have. But that, I mean, listen. I think TMZ would have been out. Somebody inside the hospital would have came out like, yes, she was shot in the foot, the top of the foot, the pinky is blown off. She only has 3 toes instead of 5.
If the pinky is blown off, we will not see the dance anymore.
No, you could. No, you can. You could put something in the shoe to kind of level it out.
Oh man, she's a natural.
He's
athlete,
a hot
man.
dog. Come on.
Listen, I know she can move with the best of them. I'm not saying she can't. That's an asset of hers. You know what I'm saying? She can dance.
Ah, see what you did there.
What? Oh,
that's an asset.
Dirty D did that. Regular D.
I was talking about her dancing. I mean, the girls that
Dirty D was like, let me slip one in right here.
Hey. Megan is a beautiful woman. She's an attractive woman. But I mean,
the short guys, D.
Well, I can't. I'm spoken for, Ryan. Damn it, I'm spoken for. No. But she can dance though. I mean, look at her BET performance. The thing that did the big old video, whatever, like that.
Mad Max.
Yeah. The girl is. I mean, on concerts. I mean, she does a thing. So to get shot in the foot,
she's wasting her time with Tory Lanez.
Now she's gonna be like Michael Jackson at that Soul Train Awards when he had the broken foot and he had to sit there in the chair, or whatever.
She'll be all right. I think we would have known if she would have lost some digits. If she would have lost some digits, the world would have known.
The digits, they can't even find it. That thing squirted right up under that car seat.
You think like she just got hit by like the minimalist grades of all time?
No. She got hit.
Toenail off
Rush her into surgery right now.
No.
Have you never seen a gash?
She got hit. She needed surgery. All I'm trying to say is, if it was something very, very bad, I think everyone would have known. Like, yeah, Megan Thee Stallion lost three toes because she got shot.
It's pretty bad, potentially.
Oh yeah, it is.
Maybe she's got a club foot now after that surgery.
Damn, Ryan. I just told Ken that she could probably dance with 3 toes. You gonna give her club foot now? You just take it out.
Anything can happen in surgery.
You taking her out. You taking this
Maybe she had
out.
Dr. Klutz working on it. Like, oh crap, I thought that connects over there.
Well, speedy recovery to Megan. I hope she does. I hope she gets well very soon.
She's got to get back at Tory. Like, I don't know if I like this holding back thing.
Maybe she knows something. Maybe she's a part of something. Maybe she's like, you know what? I don't want to do this to you. Maybe it was an accident. And she's like, I feel bad for him.
You're making her somebody on the black market, and I just gave her a club foot. What are you telling me?
I don't know. Well, stay away from Tory Lanez right now.
All
right. Hey, thanks for rocking with us, hanging out with us. Make sure you follow us on Twitter and Instagram at D and Davis Show. Once again, it's at D and Davis Show. Facebook.com/D and Davis Show. iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Music, all the good stuff. Then simply click on the bio link. At Demons1, at That's Davis, at Ryan B. Ski, and Ryan B. Ski 1, at Sid Kid 80.
Sid, you got on that sock shirt? I got on my sock shirt too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Real quick before we go, I know when this broadcast comes out, this week I'm off on my 9-to-5 job on vacation.
Oh, nice.
If you follow the 2020 White Sox schedule, the original schedule, they were supposed to play the Cubs on Monday in Wrigley Field. I was supposed to be there, but that's not going to happen now. Instead, it's going to be an exhibition on Sunday at that same place.
Sunday and Monday.
Yeah.
They gonna be playing each other?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Nobody there though, right?
Yeah, nobody there.
My damn tickets.
Sorry, dude. Definitely always appreciate you guys for spending a little bit of time with us. Take care of one another. Be sound in your mind. Be healthy in your soul. And don't do anything crazy before you hear from us again.
We gone.
Keep your hands to yourself.
The Flip.